Sarah was accidentally burned by her curling iron when the teapot beside her suddenly moved. $200 appeared inside it. Sarah couldn't believe her eyes. She then turned around and kicked the table hard. Looking at the teapot again, she found another $400 had appeared inside. That evening, when her boyfriend Hayes returned home, Sarah showed him the teapot. She then bumped Hayes with her knee and bills came flying out of the teapot. Sarah quickly explained that whenever the body experiences pain, the teapot would magically produce money. After several experiments, they discovered that the more pain the body felt, the more money the teapot would generate. Sarah thought they had struck it rich, but Hayes felt an uneasy feeling in his heart. After discussing it, they decided to stop once they reached $1 million. They placed the teapot on the stove, and as their palms gradually approached the flames, bills floated out one by one. But they couldn't endure it for long. Sarah put the teapot in her bag and went to a beauty salon for leg waxing. Money kept flowing out continuously. Hayes went to the dentist and told the doctor not to use anesthesia. The doctor started the machine, and agonizing screams echoed from the room. The two then went to a tattoo parlor together to get tattoos, trying every method that could cause physical pain. This way, they easily earned $200,000, which they hid in the toilet tank. The couple began shopping frantically. Hayes bought a convertible sports car, and Sarah purchased expensive jewelry. Previously unable to even pay rent, they now bought a luxury mansion. The two had instantly become wealthy. One day, an archaeology professor found them and told them they were in great danger. The teapot was an ominous object, and if they continued using it, it would gradually destroy their lives. Sarah angrily blocked him at the door. That night, two mysterious men broke into their home and took all their money. The mysterious men said the teapot belonged to their grandmother, so the money was rightfully theirs. But strangely, they only took the money and left the teapot behind. During the struggle, one mysterious man picked up the teapot but was stopped by the other. Could this teapot really harbor some dark secret? The next day, their former landlord came to cause trouble. He was extremely jealous of their sudden wealth. During the argument, the landlord snatched the teapot from Sarah's arms and threw it directly onto the street, then drove his truck over it. They thought everything was over, but bizarrely, the deformed teapot restored itself to its original shape in an extremely short time. This scene defied all logic. To uncover the truth, they both sought out the professor. It turned out this teapot had existed for 2,000 years. Countless people had possessed it, but none had good outcomes. Even with the slightest evil thought, the teapot would amplify it infinitely until it destroyed them. But Sarah still refused to give up. She felt they weren't bad people and hadn't harmed anyone. Everything was just to make their lives a little better. They continued using the teapot to generate wealth and lived luxuriously, but new problems soon emerged. The teapot was producing fewer and fewer bills. To get more money, Hayes had to go to bars to get beaten up. The professor appeared again. Looking at Hayes, who had become almost obsessed, he warned once more that the teapot was destroying his life. But Hayes remained stubbornly unrepentant. One noon, Sarah saw a boy fall on the street, and the teapot actually produced money because of this. This made her realize a new way to make money. Just by watching others get hurt, she didn't need to hurt herself. So they began preparing to harm others. Hayes found his former female boss and showed her secret photos of her boss. The teapot immediately spat out large amounts of dollars. Then Sarah found her sister, preparing to reveal her sister's secrets. But seeing her sister's tear-filled eyes, she couldn't bring herself to speak. Sarah flew into a rage over this. Seeing Sarah sink deeper and deeper, Hayes had to find the professor again. He wanted the professor to take away the teapot, but the professor said the teapot had already devoured Sarah. Only if Sarah voluntarily gave up the teapot would its magic disappear. While Sarah was using the bathroom, Hayes took the teapot and sat by the window, trying to force Sarah to abandon it. Sarah, afraid he would actually jump, had to agree. But Hayes noticed Sarah's eyes were fixed on the teapot and knew she wasn't sincere. Then he held the teapot and fell backward.